Welcome back to the Frosty Shed of Love. And today, I'm making another Valentine's Day thing. I made a couple owls as an entry for Aiden's challenge. If you don't know who that is, that's a guy named Night Owl. He has a channel where him and Amy Jo are hosting like a Valentine's Day challenge. The thing is I made the pieces for the challenge, but they weren't there to be sold at a Valentine's Day festival, but they weren't romantic enough, I guess. So I'm gonna try again. This is entry number 2. I mean, he's right. Aiden was like, these really aren't romantic, but he was kidding around me. But he's like, yeah. I was like, okay, maybe I phoned that one in. So I'm gonna redo this, but I do have a caveat here. I'm going to make something that is a Valentine for an animal. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So I'm going to take this maple candlestick because, again, I like doing candlesticks. They sell well, they're easy to transport, and they're small. Because I do the big pieces, but my car is pretty small, so there's only so much I can fit in for a festival. And the candlesticks are a good profit margin, so I do those. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a heart. There's going to be a heart in this one. But inside of that is going to be a horse's head. It's for a lady that loves her horse. So I'm going to use a stencil this time. And here's the deal. I don't have a printer because I don't know if you guys have gotten a modern printer, but they like want you to have subscription services now and all this crazy stuff just to use a printer. And I just haven't done it. I'm going to go. I have a real old school printer that I used to have in my chiropractic office. I'm going to try to dig out of and resurrect because it doesn't have all that craziness. But until then, what I decided to do was buy these stencils. And I bought some horse-themed stencils. I can link these in Amazon if you want. This is a much cheaper solution. Instead of kicking out printer ink over and over and over, I'm just going to trace this thing. And you remember, if you guys that don't know, that don't carve, this isn't going to be exact. I just need the proportions right. So I'm going to put the head down, and then I'm going to go around and carve a heart in after the fact. So let me trace this on the wood. There you go. We're ready to play chess. We got our horse head. I'm going to go around this with the... If you guys are new and you don't know these burrs, let me show you a couple because I know there's some people learning here. This is kind of the common burr that most carvers use. It's Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr, and it is an 1/8 inch shaft, so it's a thin one. And I'm going to go around and I'm going to basically just carve this deeper and deeper and deeper, and I'm not going to worry about the heart shape until I'm done. And I'll go around it and make all that work. So I made a design error. I wanted to make a heart that would go around this horse, but if I do that, it's going to go around to the back side, and I don't think it's going to be obvious that it's a heart. So to include a heart, I'm going to put one right under him. And maybe if somebody wanted, they could put their horse's initials or their initials, or I don't know. But, you know, you love your horse. Happy Valentine's. You got a Valentine's horse. Maybe you should check your life. Maybe well, I don't know. Do you guys think having an animal for Valentine's Day is... I mean, there are a lot of cat ladies out there. I don't know. Maybe they're onto something. So I'm almost there. I'm getting there. You can kind of see what I'm doing with the mane to make it look a little fancier. But I had a problem. I hit a wormhole right there on the edge. Not sure what to do about that. I guess I could fill it back up with some sawdust and glue. It's going to add a significant amount of time to this piece. So here we go. I guess I'm already in it, so I might as well finish it. So I'm going to use the Mampa eye cutter. I love this thing. Doesn't work good for human eyes. It's too round, but for animal eyes it does really well. So I marked where the eye should be, and I'm just going to rock this thing back and forth. You'll see how it's done. By the way, this is in the description link below, affiliate link below. So I do kind of have a weird, crazy idea. Where this wormhole is right here, like there's the eyes, there's the wormhole. It's almost a perfect spot for a unicorn horn. Should I change this into a unicorn? It's a lot of extra work. I'm going to have to make a horn, mount it, and then not break that horn when I'm packing this and transporting it. But it would make it a little more unusual and fun. And I mean, it's like the perfect hole. I don't know. It'll be fun though. All right, let's see if we can do it. So I burned this just slightly, but so I could stain it if I want. I probably am going to. And I burned the top so you can put a candle in it. In case you missed it, I can't remember if I showed you. This was the tile cutter I used. Right there. That does the fine undercutting. So like if you want to give it that 3D pop, you have to cut under this stuff. Let me get in the middle there. And I used the dovetail burr. And that gives it the hairs, which I think I showed you. But that gives you the hairs. You cut on the edge. It cuts it all out. Boom, boom, boom. I burned it with crumble A torches, and I haven't decided what to do about this hole. Part of me says unicorn, but it's kind of not perfect. Like it's on the edge of his head, not in the center, so it would be a very weird horn. It would be coming out. See what I mean? Like look where his ears are, and it's in front, so I don't know. I'm not sure I can pull this off. I might just fill it. Alright, I got to do the bottom, but here's I think I found another wormhole right here. So I might have to carve that out or fill it in or something. Probably just fill these in and seal them. I don't know. Because once in a while you will carve something like this and find a live worm in here, and I try to just relocate them and put them outside. I don't know what kind of things they are. They look like maggots, really. They're like long and yellow. And I don't know if they're an invasive species that bores into the wood, or if that's just natural because this was a downed tree. I don't know. So I brought it into my girlfriend, and she was a horse person, and she's like, oh, no, you got this all wrong. So I had to fix the ears. The ears look a lot better. Brought the mane in. I talked to her, and I think the unicorn thing's just not going to play because of where it's at. So I am going to take, this was stuff I saw sanded off, some sawdust, so I will mix it with some super glue, fill this up, and sand it again. Unfortunately, it adds a lot more time that I didn't want to do because I wanted this to be a simple piece. So, welcome to wood carving. So, I'm a big Beavis and Butthead fan, and I actually really like the new seasons. But I feel like I should start something where it's like, welcome to wood carving, that all these things are always going to happen. You know, you're carving a face and a wormhole's in it. And it's like, welcome to wood carving, please drive through. You know how Beavis is always like, it doesn't matter if someone's on fire, they're like, drive through, please. You know, I don't know. Hopefully you Beavis and Butthead fans get it. I'm watching Jordy here while I work. And I am going to be fixing this with epoxy. I've never actually used this. Site epoxy. It's two-part, but it's kind of interesting. It has a nozzle with a spiral in it, so you screw the nozzle on and it's supposed to mix it for you as it comes out. So we'll see if this works. Then I'm going to add some sawdust. save some sawdust. I'm going to use this skewer as a plunger to kind of shove stuff in here. And Jordy, I've never done this, so Jordy was saying when he did his wizard that I guess the sawdust soaks the glue up and expands, and you have to go back and push it in, and go back and push it in. So you have to just sit with it for a while and keep pushing it in as it expands. So I guess there's some babysitting to be done with this. I also just figured out that I think this is a one-time shot, because I don't know if you can put this back in, so might as well use it. Like, if I uncap it, I guess I'd have to clean the whole cap out that's mixed. I'm not sure how do you recycle this thing or use it in two shots. So I think I put way too much sawdust, so I'm going to put a lot of glue. Man, this thing's hard to push. Okay. This is not going as I expected it. A lot messier than I expected. And it's harder to plunge it in than I expected, but I think we're getting there. Might actually need more if I can't get this to take in. Get in there. Go and get. Go and get. Get in there. Go and get. It's not pretty. I had to plunge and fill and plunge and fill, but I'm hoping that once it gets dry enough I can kind of poke it down and it'll sand off okay. I don't know, I've never really done this. I've seen everybody do it. I've seen Jordy and some other carvers do it, so I think it'll work. I don't know. If not, it's going to become a unicorn. I'll just crack this off right here. Stick it in there. Make it a unicorn. So looking back at this decision, I think using this was a bad idea. Not because it doesn't work good, and not that it won't look good, but look how much I have left that I just have to throw in the trash because I can't figure out how to keep this sealed. Like, you know, a lot of times with epoxies you can just screw the ends up and use them again. This one is a one-time applicator, and I really don't like that. Now, if I had a big project where I used it all, it'd be fine. It was very difficult to push. I didn't like that part either. So, you know, normally I recommend products, but I don't think I recommend this one. It's kind of hard to use. I probably would have been better off just using wood glue or Elmer's glue, but people said if I use wood glue that it might be a really different color, which it looks like this is a different color anyway, but I assume that's just because it's wet. And when it dries, it'll be clear. The whole point of this is that it'll dry clear, or if I use wood glue, it'd dry brown. We'll see what happens. Still watching Jordy. It's weird watching him with no sound, because he was just carving away there. He hasn't really been talking. But YouTube will strike me down if I put it in. Alright, so now I'm playing Ghosts and Goblins until this dries here. This game, this is the remake of it. Oh, no, I already got hit. It's just too hard to play one-handed. Alright, I'm getting killed here. So it got down to like -20 this week. So I just didn't go out and finish this for a while. But I will show you how I fix the top here. Let me show you a little better view. Alright. So here's how I fixed the front. Remember there was a hole there that I put a bunch of sawdust in, and it didn't match even when it was done. So what I did is I gave him little front hairs, which he should have anyway. And hopefully that disguises it some. Like from the side it looks like it's supposed to be there. And the cracks, these things cracked even more once they came in and dried out. Luckily, you know, remember in the beginning I saw these comments, so I carved everything on the good side. This usually isn't a big deal as long as they look like it's been treated. Like I burned the inside of this with a actual pyrography pen, and that should kind of settle it in, get the rest of the moisture out. Otherwise, I like how it turned out. It's cute. That wormhole was a major problem and a time suck, but if that hadn't been there, I think this would be a pretty easy piece. I like it a lot. I might do more horses. They're pretty cool. Now this is something my daughter painted. I'm pretty proud of her for this. We'll try to sell this. See if that goes any good. Alright. See you guys soon. I will keep carving. Here's all of our stuff laid out for getting ready for the Valentine's Day Festival. Here. So I'm just getting an idea what we're going to have here. Alright, see you soon. Bye!